Welcome to The Chatter, your end of the week ear candy for what to eat, drink, see, and do in Richmond, Virginia, right damn now.
The Richmond Experience is independently owned and created by locals, us, for locals, you. From recent openings and the latest trends to time-tested traditions and hidden gems, we're here to help you experience the very best that RVA has to offer.
Hi, I'm Paige, RVAX owner and chief marketing officer. I'm the face you see in front of the scenes on Instagram and TikTok, taking you to all the latest and greatest hotspots around town.
And I'm Kelsey, RVAX owner and editor-in-chief, working behind the scenes on your Wednesday and Thursday newsletters, the Weekly Insider and the Weekender, and City Guides.
What's up, Kels?
Hi, Paige. How are you?
I am good. Excited about summer. It's unofficially here.
Yes, I don't know. I never know in situations like this. We're batching these episodes. Do we pretend like we didn't just talk about it on the last one?
I do. I'm just like it's unofficially summer. It's past Memorial Day.
Right. We've made it to the other side of I like to call it too, the unofficial official start, because this is when the pool's open. That's the start, I think.
Yeah, and when I was a teacher, the county I used to work at used to wrap up before Memorial Day, and I always just appreciated it because it's summer.
Yeah, and I
Let's
think that
go.
sounds to be the trend currently. When I was in school, we definitely went into June, but I don't really think that's much of a thing anymore.
Yeah, we would go like only the first week, but it makes a big difference.
Yeah, for sure. And then would you go back earlier? That's the only thing that I don't like about this new wave is that you go back before Labor Day.
I mean, teachers went back August 1st. But it's usually so hot and miserable. Honestly, like I don't know. I mean, I didn't like it either way. That's why I'm not a teacher. I get anxiety thinking about going back to school. I didn't like school as a kid. Why did I think being a teacher was going to be a great idea? I
You know
still get anxiety thinking about it.
That kind of surprises me. I feel like with your organizational prowess and like you seem very like studious, especially with getting to know you and all of your like wine knowledge and all. I feel like you would be great at school.
Maybe I should have went like secondary ed or higher ed. Just I don't know. Little kids, they stress me out.
It is not a joke. The people in that kind of profession are saints. Like I thought when I was younger, I really wanted to be a teacher, and now that I'm a parent, 100% would not have the patience. I only have the patience for my own kids, and
Yeah.
even that, it's
Yeah.
tested daily.
Yeah. But so anyway, needless to say, yeah, we did go back in August, but when I was younger, it was hit or miss. Sometimes it'd be the end of August, sometimes it'd be after Labor Day. I think it just depended upon how the school calendar fell
Yeah.
and days off and how the calendar just in general fell.
Hmm.
But it was different. Like I didn't have a whole week off for spring break. We would do around Easter. I wouldn't have, I don't know, it's just different.
Okay.
I know.
But you are right though. Like once you get into August, you're already, at least for me, you're already kind of like looking forward to fall, but it's not going to be here quickly
Right.
enough. So it's like, it is this weird, it's almost like the January of the summer where it's like, I'm ready for this to be over now.
Yeah, unfortunately. I never like to wish it away, but
No.
sometimes it just gets so stifling out there.
Right. Stifling was what I was going to say too. It's just like, I can't do it in this heat anymore. We have to cool down. And then of course, like you turn the corner one day in September and October, it's nice, easy breezy, and then frigid again.
Yeah, I know. We can't win.
No, I'm back to complaining about that before you know it.
But with that, do you have anything lined up on your summer bucket list?
In our last episode, we were just talking about like the drive-in
Mm,
experience, which is
yep.
always something that we like to get on there. I put out an editor's note about strawberry picking, which I realized in writing it has actually become like something on our early summer bucket list too, because we've done it, I think, like 3 Mays in a row, which I guess is technically the end of your spring, but like we're talking about in this time of year, like May-ish, Memorial Day, I definitely consider this summer happenings. That's on my bucket list, which we've checked off. And in that same vein, I love to do a little peach picking at the end of the summer when like it's high time for that in August.
Hmm.
We've always got like King's Dominion looped through, hopefully a beach trip. We're sort of like in the process of planning that. So little bits and pieces of things like that. But I would say Richmond specific, definitely like love to get out there with the pick your own fruit farm situation and like the drive-in for sure. Get near the James at some point. Before I had kids, I would absolutely be doing like an all-day float, but that's not as much of an option now. But I don't know. What about you? I know last summer I think we were talking about your biking wishes.
I'm gonna add that to my bucket
Your
list.
biking wishes.
Um, every year I say I'm gonna bike to Upper Shirley on the Capitol Trail. And do I? No. But now I have a neighbor that knows how to tune up bikes. What's up, Russ? So if he can tune up my bike, we are golden.
Russ, this one's for you. Now
Yeah.
this might be your summer.
He was like, I can fix that bike up. I just need new like tubes and I just need to like tune up my bike a little bit and then we'll just rent Holly a bike at RVA on wheels. And we'll just hit the Capitol Trail. I told a few of our neighbors and they're like, oh yeah, we'll do that. And I'm like, okay, if I have a crowd, then maybe that will rally me.
Yeah.
But hold on, I gotta write this down actually. Because I'm
Make a note.
actually designing my summer as we speak.
Oh
You
my
know me.
gosh.
I have to like write it. I have to plan it, or if I don't plan it, life is fleeting. It
Yeah,
just goes.
really. You got to make a note. Listen, when we first launched this podcast, we said this is just us recording a meeting. So now you're really experiencing that. Paige is making her summer plans.
So that's always high on my list. Holly and I love to float the James, but I don't do it in Richmond. I just think it's a little just too dangerous here, personally. Hot tip. And Holly and I will go up to Scottsville near Charlottesville. We always use real James River reeling and rafting because you can they do departure times, so they will take you up the river, give you your tubes, give you cooler tubes so you could just like pack yourself a picnic, drinks, water, and then you float to where your car is. There's a bathroom, there's showers to dry off on, and it just makes it just so nice and seamless, and it's safe and it's deep, so you can just not worry about rapids like the James River in Richmond. I did it one time and we were so not prepared. Just know your water safety if you are going to get on the James here. And it was not good. Like we totally could have drowned. So just know your limits, know all of your water safety, and that is your PSA from me for that.
Yeah.
But
Going with a guide seems like the less stressful way to do it.
Well, and it's not with a guide, but it's just like it's steep and it's not the rapids. That's scary to me.
Right, but then like a whole company to hook you up with like the must-haves.
Oh yeah, exactly. You don't have to buy tubes or anything. So that's high on my list because I didn't get to do it last summer. I would love to take an outdoor yoga class. There are ones at Maymont usually every Tuesday evening and some at the Virginia War Memorial in the mornings with Michelle Lee Landon. And we always share about them and I want to go to one. I need to go to the new rooftop, Solaire, which we mentioned, I think, in a couple podcasts ago. I'd like to go to the Goochland Drive-In. And then I always like to get on a boat. So if you know anybody, call me. I love to get on a boat on the James or just anywhere, really.
Right. Do some floating situation. Absolutely. Being in or around water has to be like high up there. Absolutely.
It is. And then, of course, like the pool. And we're not doing like a beach trip, but I think over the 4th of July, I'm going to book us something maybe in the Outer Banks, just like Nags Head area.
Yeah.
Just because it's close. Maybe Cape Charles. I don't know. We'll see.
Something easy. There are so many accessible options. We put like Carolina Beach on our calendar for this year, which we've done one other time in the past. It's not like a far drive, maybe like 3 or 4 hours. It's nice that there's so much access to like something like that. Cape Charles is even closer, I think, isn't it? It's like 2 hours.
Probably from here, it's a little bit longer, like probably 2.5. I mean, if you're in Virginia Beach, it's not that far just because you cross the You just cross the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. So,
But you know
but it's
something,
such a cute little quaint town. I love it
right?
there. When Holly lived over there, we'd go all the time.
Right.
So,
But you got like access to all kinds of things. Lake Anne is also really close, which is something that we used to do when I was a kid. And I've thought about like trying to bring that back to my own, family situation now, because we would go out just for like a little day trip and do like hang out on the lake.
yeah, that is cute.
A lot of options.
Yeah,
So,
so start planning. If you
yeah,
don't put it on your calendar, it's just gonna go by.
right.
So,
Like,
design your summer.
take a page out of Paige's book and make your notes.
And I think we also wanted to talk about up top our meetup with Keep Virginia Cozy.
I realized that we didn't like even mention the weekend past. We had done our cleanup and it was so nice. And just for future reference, if you see us doing it again, come join.
Yeah, we picked up, I think it was 176 pounds of trash in Scott's edition.
When I got started, I was picking up a lot of like discarded cigarettes. And I think the organizer at one point said this, that she didn't realize it would be so many pounds because that's like what she was picking up too. But there's quite a bit of stuff out there.
Yeah, guys, stop using bushes as a trash can.
Yeah. Like the
Stop.
number
It's
of
not
beers.
cool.
The number of beers I was dumping out in the morning. It's like, folks, there are trash cans all over the place. What are we doing?
Yeah. So, guys, just remember to throw your trash away in a trash can. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Keep Virginia Cozy is an awesome organization. Brian, the founder, is amazing. They do pickups all the time. So give them a follow on Instagram to stay up to date. And they do community-led pickups all the time. So you can join in on one. It's like an hour of your time, and then it feels really rewarding.
Yes, it's very nice. It's a really great way to like be outdoors, but doing something to give back to your community. There was like a couple of people that would like wave and say thank you to me as I was walking by. And it's like, it's just such a sweet way to engage with your neighborhood. So just keep an eye on their social media for like, different times that you can join in.
Yep, and it's just Keep Virginia Cozy.
Yeah.
So easy peasy.
Nice.
All right, so let's dive into what to eat, drink, see, and do in RVA this week. And I am up first with Eat for one of my favorite festivals, the Richmond Greek Festivals. So it's happening from May 29th, that's Thursday, to June 1st. You can head to St. Constantine and Helen Greek Orthodox for a weekend of incredible food, live music, and dancing. They have gyros, they have pork souvlaki, they have Greek salad, they have baklava. They have so much more, and it's so good. They also have some Greek wine and beer, which I always love. Greek wine is the best, so just enjoy that. They have Greek goods and artisanal treats. Like I said, Greek music, folk dancing. It's free admission. And times vary, but it looks like most days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they open up at 11. Sunday, they open up at noon, but it does get very busy. So I encourage you to go early if you can.
Yeah. You do always say every year this is like one of your favorites. So it does sound like a good way to be like out and about doing something. This also, of course, reminds me your one true love, the country Greek salad, should be coming back soon, shouldn't it?
That's more end of July.
Oh,
July.
damn.
Yeah. But
Get
it's
it.
soon. Hot tomato summer's coming, guys. July. I'm ready. It's almost that time. Yeah, I think though, I do have to say, I think Oktoberfest at I can't think of the church's name. I think that kind of won my heart for my favorite festival
I
recently.
do remember you saying that last fall, because was that like your first experience with that
Yes,
one?
I can't believe I had never been, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is the best."
I mean,
Also, German wine. I love a little schnitzel, and
sure.
I am German, so it's just like, I don't know. I loved it.
You were right at home. I mean, we say it over and over again. Richmond has so many good festivals that are like not even the main ones that you think of, like River Rock, of course, or Folk Festival. Like the major ones are,
Yeah,
of course,
or like
good, but like
watermelon. Yeah, but
even
we
the
have a
like
lot of
nooks
yeah.
and crannies are amazing.
Yeah, the Lebanese food festival went a few weekends ago. Delicious. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best. And it's
Yeah.
just a lot of community. It's just lovely. I love Richmond.
Oh my
It's
God,
the
it's
best.
just the best. Is there a particular type of, I guess, like, I don't even know how to phrase this question. Is there a typical type of like something that people should look out for when they're looking for a good wine recommendation at this festival for the Greek?
Greek, they usually only have a few options.
Okay.
So, I'm more of with I like to drink their white personally, but they'll probably have a few different options, but not too many. I typically love like there are a few that are made in Santorini that are just like super high acid. They have like the volcanic soil, so you got some nice minerality. They're just perfect for the summer and like the heat.
Yeah.
So, but don't ask me to pronounce any of those grapes.
This is not about pronunciation. This is
Yeah.
just about enjoying your life. Amazing. Well, yeah, I hope people get out to that. And then for sort of like weaving into while we're talking about drink, I'm suggesting you get out for Flowers After Five at Lewis Ginter Botanical Garden. It's a great way to enjoy some fresh air, live music, and something to drink or eat during your week. This isn't the type of thing where you can pack your own cooler, but they do have like a full on like beer purchase, drink purchase situation for you, food vendors lined up and everything. Go listen to some music in the gardens. It's included with your admission. And it's just sort of like a nice way to be out there in the evening, like cooler temperatures, and enjoy yourself. Upcoming in June, they have one scheduled for the 5th, the 12th, the 19th, and the 26th. So we're going to be pushing this episode out on May 30th. So you've got one right ahead of you next week on the 5th. And on the 12th and the 26th, too, they also do feature their Fidos in the park situation. So you can bring your pup with you.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Yeah.
We love it. I love going. Actually, that's going to be on my summer bucket list too, going to one.
It's a good one. And if you do it as you get deeper into the summer too, they'll have like the splash pad going also. If they do this again this year, they keep it going a little bit later sometimes throughout the week also. So you could probably like do one of each all within the same night if the schedules collide correctly.
Yeah, so cute. And check out their Groovin' in the Garden. They have a killer lineup this year.
Right. That's more of like official, headliner type things.
Yes, and that you need like an official like ticket, and it is a little bit more expensive because it's like with Live Nation, so and the Broadberry, like they kind of organize it all. But we're gonna go to one this year, and I'm excited because I've actually never been to an official Groovin' in the Garden.
Fantastic. And then for C, I'm suggesting more outdoorsy things, a family night hike at Maymont. The last one of the current season is today on May 30th. From their event description, if you ever wonder who stays awake while you sleep, you can meet some of Maymont's nighttime residents and learn about their nocturnal adaptations through experiments, games, and a hike of the grounds for James River Week. Owls, bats, frogs, and many other creatures of the dark will help shed some light onto their mysterious ways. This is for ages 4 and older. Adults must accompany children's ages 18 and under, but it's like a good way for you to get out sort of like at the end of the week, at the end of the work day, and like, go visit with the animals at Maymont.
Yeah, these look so cute throughout the season.
Right. And like I said, currently this is like the last one that they have on their calendar. So if you've been curious about this, it's a good time to like get one in and then maybe partake in the fall.
Yeah, we love Maymont. I just put out a reel. May is for Maymont. Donate. We love them. All right. And so for June 1st, Sunday kicks off Pride. And Virginia Pride always does the Endless Summer of Pride. And there are so many events. That is what I'm going to do when we get off this podcast, is start adding all these Pride events onto our calendar. There are a few kicking off on Sunday. They have Recovery Pride Fest at Diversity Richmond. They have Blooming with Pride at Lewis Ginter Botanical Garden. They always light the dome rainbow. It's always really pretty. Also, Dine Out with Pride starts on Sunday. There are various restaurants participating, just like Richmond Restaurant Week or other dine out options. So find out who's participating, and they're going to be specials, and you're giving back to I believe Virginia Pride. There is Pride Night at the Diamond. There's Love on Tap at Hardywood. So many things going on. So I will be sure to add all of those to our calendar. I'm sure Kelsey will put together a guide as well, so we can keep supporting our LGBTQ plus own businesses as well throughout the month and always. So
Yes, definitely. We always put out a roundup of like particular things that catch our eyes for like especially fun things to do. And then it rounds up everything else below that. For some reason, I don't know why we haven't had this one out as like a standout along with our Black owned businesses and women owned businesses. But this year we will absolutely be putting that out for like the month of Pride and then like all year long. So you can reference it later in the year.
I think it's because we add the events in, but we can always do two. We can do an
Right.
event one and then we can do a business one.
Right. That might be it because I think like the other two are sort of just like a
A roundup.
directory of
Yep.
different like businesses. And this one, I guess, includes the events too. So yeah, we'll figure that out so that we've got that as a free guide on our website.
See, you're just in on our meeting.
Yeah. This is like in real time our plans for these coming weeks.
So lots to do. Per usual, we love Pride. I'm excited. And that wraps us up. So thanks for listening, Richmond. And by the way, there's more where that came from. Joining the Richmond Experience as a member is the best way to stay in the know about what's going on in RVA.
Not to worry, we refuse to sell your info or bombard you with ads, but we do charge a small annual membership fee of $39 a year to fund our team so we can keep doing this awesome work. Plus, a portion of each annual membership purchase for the Richmond Experience goes to rotating nonprofits each month. That's like $1 per week to get an all-access pass to the best of RVA and lift up local orgs. It's a really, really good deal, friends. And listen, what are friends for anyway? Use code CHATTER to get $10 off your first year subscription.
Give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at The Richmond Experience, and on Instagram at The Chatter and RVA too. And if you enjoyed this episode, send it to your buds and rate, review, and subscribe.
And if you want to keep up with each of us, you can find me at Kelsey Hines' Typing on Instagram.
And me, Sips and Trips with Paige on Instagram.
Chat with you next week, RVA.